Zara finishes the exam quickly, even before the time is up, and rushes out. While running, one of her shoes slips off and falls into a drain. She desperately tries to retrieve it, but can't reach it, and tears start to fall. Just then, a passerby notices her distress and helps her pull the shoe out of the drain. Feeling discouraged, Zara heads back to her brother. She takes off the shoes and stands silently to the side. Ali asks, "Why were you so late today?" A young boy named Ali takes a worn-out shoe to the cobbler for repair. The shoe belongs to his younger sister and has already been stitched many times before. This simple pair of shoes becomes the heart of his story. After paying the cobbler, Ali takes the repaired shoe and buys some bread on his way home. Stopping at a grocery store, he carefully places the shoe outside before stepping inside to pick out some potatoes. As he selects the larger ones, the shopkeeper scolds him, saying, "Those big ones aren't for you, take the ones on the ground." Obediently, Ali puts the bigger potatoes back and begins picking from the smaller ones. Meanwhile, outside the store, a garbage collector arrives. Mistaking the worn shoe for trash, he unknowingly scoops it up and tosses it into his garbage bag, completely unaware of the hardship and heartache this will cause. As Ali hands the bag of potatoes to the shopkeeper, the man immediately asks for payment. "Please write it down in the ledger. My mom will pay later." Ali pleads. The shopkeeper, visibly irritated, replies, "Tell your mother there's no more room left in the ledger. She needs to clear the outstanding balance as soon as possible." Ali lowers his gaze, feeling disheartened, and steps outside, only to realize that his sister's shoes are gone. Panic surges through him as he frantically searches for them. In his haste, the bag of vegetables slips from his hands, scattering across the ground. Hearing the commotion, the shopkeeper rushes over and scolds him harshly. "Look at what you've done," he shouts. Frightened and overwhelmed, Ali grabs what he can and runs home. As he steps inside, he sees his little sister Zara eagerly waiting for him. "Brother, did you get my shoes stitched properly?" she asks expectantly. Avoiding her gaze, Ali quickly responds, "Take these potatoes to the kitchen." But Zara isn't easily distracted. She looks up at him and asks again, "Brother, where are my shoes?" Tears well up in Ali's eyes as he finally confesses in a trembling voice, "I got them stitched, but I left them outside the store when I went in to buy potatoes." Zara, her voice trembling with tears, says to her brother, "What do you mean? Those were my only shoes. How will I go to school tomorrow? I don't have any others, and even our father can't afford to buy me a new pair." Ali, trying to comfort her, responds, "Don't cry. I'll find your shoes. But please don't tell Mom about this." With that, he leaves the house. As Ali steps outside, his friends call out to him, "Ali, we have a game with the other neighborhood." But Ali, lost in his thoughts, doesn't answer. Instead, he returns to the store to search for his sister's shoes once again. The shopkeeper sees him and begins scolding him, chasing him away. Disheartened, Ali begins his walk home. On his way, a man offers him a piece of sugar candy and says, "Give this to your father and tell him there's an event coming up soon. He'll need to grind it well." The next scene shows Ali's father grinding the candy. At that moment, Ali's mother tells his father, "The landlord came by again today. He was so rude about the rent." Ali's father responds, "Why did you argue with that awful man?" "I'll pay him what he's owed." After that, Ali's father turns to scold him, saying, "Where have you been all day? Your mother is sick, and instead of helping her, you're out running around. Kids like you shouldn't be out so much." Ali sits quietly, listening to his father's harsh words. Meanwhile, little Zara steps outside to gather the laundry. As she returns, she notices the shoes by the door, thinking about how her brother still hasn't found them, and wondering how she'll get to school tomorrow. When Zara enters the room, her mother asks her to make tea for her father. Without hesitation, Zara prepares the tea and serves it to him. He drinks it and praises her, saying, "Zara, your tea is the best." Then her father asks, "Didn't you put any sugar in this?" Zara replies, "Dad, we haven't had sugar for a long time, but you have plenty of sugar here. If you could share just a little, we could all enjoy it." Her father gently explains, "This sugar is for the mosque. They trusted us with it, and we can't betray that trust." The lesson this poor father is teaching his daughter is one of integrity, something even many wealthy families might struggle to teach. What are your thoughts on this? Be sure to share in the comments. Zara, unable to speak openly about the shoe situation, writes in her notebook to her brother. She writes, "Brother, what will I wear to school tomorrow?" Ali writes back, "You can wear my shoes to school." Zara responds, "But I'll tell Dad everything." Ali replies, "Please don't tell Dad, he doesn't have any money." Zara then asks, "If I wear your shoes, what will you wear?" Ali responds, "After you come back from school, I'll wear them to my school." To sweeten the deal, Ali gives Zara a pencil as a little bribe. The next morning, Zahra puts on Ali's shoes, but they are too big for her. Still, she wears them, feeling embarrassed as she heads to school. The shoes are old and worn out, and she can't help but notice the newer, nicer shoes the other kids are wearing. It's sports day, and while everyone is jumping and playing, Zara quietly thinks to herself, "Only God knows what's ahead for me today." Suddenly, one of the girls falls while jumping, and the teacher announces, "Starting tomorrow, everyone should wear sneakers for better jumping." Zara feels a bit relieved, as Ali's shoes are sneakers. Meanwhile, Ali waits anxiously for Zara, as he's running late for school. After school, Zara runs home as fast as she can. The two quickly swap shoes in the street, Ali putting on his sneakers and heading straight to school. However, his teacher notices how late he is. When Ali gets home, Zara asks, "Brother, did you make it to school on time?" Ali replies, "No, I was a little late. From now on, try to come home earlier from school." Zara responds, "I came back as soon as school ended. I didn't waste a single second. There's no way I could come back earlier." Ali then asks, "You didn't tell Mom about any of this, did you?" Zara reassures him, "No, I didn't say anything." She then adds, "These shoes are for boys and they're so old and dirty. I feel so embarrassed wearing them to school. Let's clean them." The two siblings work together, cleaning the shoes with great care. The way they handle the worn-out shoes makes it seem like they're handling a treasure. After washing them, Ali places them outside in the sun to dry. Later, the whole family sits down for a meal together. Ali's father turns to his mother and says, "Ali and Zara worked really hard today. Let's give them a little extra food." At that moment, a shoe commercial plays on the television, and Zara's gaze is drawn to it. That night, the rain begins to pour heavily. Zara turns to Ali and says, "Brother, our shoes are still outside." Ali quickly runs out and brings them inside to keep them dry. The next day, as Zara walks to school, she stops outside a shoe store, admiring the beautiful shoes in the window. During the day, Zara has an exam, but she keeps glancing at the clock, anxious about the time, as she knows Ali's school day will start soon. Zara finishes the exam quickly, even before the time is up, and rushes out. While running, one of her shoes slips off and falls into a drain. She desperately tries to retrieve it, but can't reach it, and tears start to fall. Just then, a passerby notices her distress and helps her pull the shoe out of the drain. Feeling discouraged, Zara heads back to her brother. She takes off the shoes and stands silently to the side. Ali asks, "Why were you so late today?" Zara, now crying, says, "I'm not going to school in these awful shoes anymore. I feel horrible. Everyone laughs at me. I'm going to tell Dad to buy me new ones today." Ali immediately warns her, "Don't you dare tell Dad. He doesn't have any money. If you ask for new shoes, he'll borrow money to buy them." With that, Ali hurries off to school. When he arrives, the teacher notices how late he is and asks, "Why are you so late today?" Ali replies, "Sir, my house is far away, so it took time to get here." The teacher then notices Ali's shoes and asks, "Why are your shoes wet?" Ali responds, "I fell into a drain." The teacher tells Ali to go to class. It's the day the school results are announced, and Ali has done very well. On his way home, Ali gives Zara a pen and says, "Today the results came out, and I did really well. My teacher gave me this pen as a gift, so I'm giving it to you." The next day, during physical education class, Zara notices the other children's shoes and feels embarrassed about her worn-out pair. Suddenly, she spots her lost shoes on another girl's feet. As the other girls leave, Zara quietly follows the girl, but says nothing. After school, Zara continues to follow her, and eventually she arrives at the girl's house. After school, Ali and Zara go to the girl's house that Zara had followed. When they arrive, they discover that the girl's father is blind. Quietly, they decide not to say anything and head home, realizing that the girl may need the shoes more than they do. That night, there is an event at the mosque in their neighborhood. Ali helps his father with the preparations, and one of his father's friends mentions, "From tomorrow, I'm quitting my job as a gardener in the city. If you want, you can take my tools and go work there." Ali's father accepts the tools and tells his wife, "Tomorrow, I'm going to the city. If I can find gardening work there, maybe we can earn some money." Ali and his father search for gardening work in the city, but face rejection everywhere. Just as they lose hope, a little girl and her grandfather offer them a job. Ali's father works hard while Ali plays with the girl. They are paid well and happily head home, dreaming of how to use the money. However, tragedy strikes when their bicycle's brakes fail, leading to an accident. Their injuries force them to spend all their hard-earned money on medical treatment. The next day, as Zara walks home from school, she accidentally drops the pen her brother gave her. The girl who had been wearing Zara's old shoes finds the pen and calls out to Zara from behind, but Zara doesn't hear her. Ali's school announces a running competition, but it comes with a rule. Participants must wear proper shoes to take part. Unfortunately, Ali doesn't have any decent shoes, so he can't enter the race. The following day, Zara goes to school, and the girl who had been wearing Zara's old shoes returns to give Zara her pen. Zara notices that the girl is now wearing a new pair of shoes. Curious, Zara asks her, "What happened to your old shoes?" The girl replies, "My old shoes got really worn out and torn, so I threw them away. My dad bought me these new shoes." Zara stands there, speechless, staring at the girl's face. She suddenly realizes that those shoes used to belong to her, and the girl will never understand the struggles she and her brother faced to get a new pair. The next day, Ali goes to school and sees a notice about the running competition. The first prize is a month off and plenty of sports equipment, but Ali's attention is drawn to the third-place prize, a week off and a new pair of shoes. He runs to his sports teacher and pleads, "Sir, please let me join the competition. I can run really well." The teacher refuses, so Ali starts to cry, saying, "Sir, I really need that third prize. My little sister desperately needs a pair of shoes." Seeing Ali in tears, the teacher's heart softens. "All right," the teacher says, "I'll test your running ability before the competition." Ali, who has been running to school every day, shows the teacher his skills. Impressed, the teacher agrees to let him participate. Ali returns home, excited, and tells his little sister, "If I come in third in the race, I'll be able to get you a nice pair of shoes." Zara asks, "Why don't you want to come in first?" Ali responds, "If I win first place, I won't get shoes. I really need that pair for you." The next day, the race begins, and many children from different schools take part. Ali starts off behind the others, but as he remembers his promise to Zara, he pushes himself harder. His determination drives him forward, and soon he overtakes the others. As the race ends, Ali asks his teacher, "Sir, did I come in third?" The teacher happily replies, "No, you came in first." But instead of feeling victorious, Ali's heart sinks. He realizes that because he came in first, he won't be able to bring shoes home for his sister. During the prize distribution, Ali's eyes fill with tears as he reflects on the missed opportunity to get Zara new shoes. Ali returns home with blisters on his feet. Feeling disappointed, he removes his worn-out shoes and soaks his feet in water, thinking about the shoes he couldn't get for his sister. The story ends with Ali's longing for the shoes he couldn't bring home. That's all for today.